Hey everyone, hope you are doing well and staying safe. So I'm riding a Royal Enfield Himalayan in the streets of Chandigarh. How? Let me take you back. So we have planned this 5000 kilometers of journey to and fro from Pune to Spiti Valley. We started from Pune on a Scrambler, Triumph Scrambler 1200XC and two SUVs, a Mahindra XUV 500 and an Isuzu D-Max. I drove my friend's XUV 500 which has his family while he rode his Scrambler to Chandigarh. I decided not to take my street triple to Spiti as it's a road going bike and such extreme terrain would not have been good for street triple. The journey is planned for 16 days. It took 3 days to reach Chandigarh, which is 1700 kilometers from Pune. We took two overnight stops at Ratlam, MP and Rewari, Haryana. We passed through outer of Jaipur. So starting from Pune, Maharashtra, we touched Rajasthan, Haryana and Punjab. At Chandigarh, we hired two drivers to drive the SUVs and rented two Royal Enfield Himalayans to get the rider inside us, joyous to take a journey into the great Himalayan terrain. We have just picked up the bikes. Another friend is riding behind and we are heading to our hotels in Chandigarh. Today is 21st September 2021 and we have started our onward journey for Rampur in Himachal Pradesh. We've listened that the hotel there is a heritage hotel and it's very beautiful. The terrain has started to get hilly and chilly and we have heard it's snowing in Chandratal, Spiti right now and that has made us quite excited. We are on the outskirts of Shimla. That's our crew. It's quite foggy out here and we are loving this view. और ये हुआ पहला सियापा. I mean the first incident. Isuzu's tire got punctured and there was no spare tire due to ample luggage that we are carrying, so we have to get this fixed here. I see it as a good sign though. The problems here are easy to tackle in the inhabited areas, whereas in the hilly terrain in deep Spiti it would be a big trouble. So hoping the problems they pass by here only. We are on the move after getting the tire fixed. However, there's a little rain which was unexpected and have certainly slowed down our pace. By the way, one more siapa happened earlier. Scrambler's oil sump of the front left fork got broken while reaching Chandigarh and that have to be fixed. We couldn't take the chances of reaching Spiti with the oil leaking from the front fork. So our rider Girish Bhai has to stay in Chandigarh till Triumph showroom opens. He has already got it fixed and he is on the move and he will join us directly for lunch in Shimla. Now we have almost arrived Shimla and it's the time for lunch. We'll find a good place for lunch and wait for Girish Bhai there. We have just finished our lunch and let me show you the view from the balcony of the restaurant there where we stopped. The views around Shimla are simply mesmerizing. It's about 6 p.m. and it will still take 2 to 3 hours for us to reach Rampur. The tire issue got us delayed a bit and we'll reach around 9 p.m. To the hotel in Rampur. It makes me remember the lines that the journey should be cherished rather than the destination, because this is one of the most beautiful sunsets I have ever seen. It's about 8 p.m. and we are 5 to 10 minutes from the hotel. It took us around 13 hours to reach Rampur, but that's how it's in the hills. And couple of incidents made it worse. To cover 220 kilometers, we took 13 hours today. I'll see you tomorrow then. We have done our breakfast, and before we proceed to our next stop, Sangla, let me show you a quick glance of this heritage hotel, Non-Ab Heritage Hotel, Rampur. So, starting the second day journey on this baby ADV Himalayan. Today is 22 September 2021. The distance to cover is 235 kilometers from Rampur to Sangla in Himachal Pradesh. The route is starting to get more and more scenic, but that's just a start. We are entering a bridge. Okay, that's the JSW power plant and the Karcham Dam, as you can see. Quite windy out here. Girish Bhai is riding ahead on his scrambler. So far the roads have been good, and there has been a little rain on and off. We are starting to encounter some off-road patches as we are approaching Sangla, and almost we are midway to Sangla. Wow, look at this beautiful view. We have a little halt at this beautiful location, and we are mesmerized by the beauty of this place. After this, we have to descend down to Sangla. Let's start. Sangla is very nearby now. We have to descend the hill around 6 to 8 kilometers to reach Sangla, and as we are a little tired now, we would love to see a cozy and comfortable place to stay. Let's see. So that's the entry of the village where we are going to stay, and Girish Bhai has already told the route is going to be very scenic downwards. Let's enjoy the slope, let's enjoy the ride. Look at these apples. We are staying at Apple Orchid Farm and Resort in Sangla, and we are surrounded by apples all around. I mean, look at this. This is amazing. Good morning. Today is 23rd September 2021, and we are all set for Chitkul, which is the last village on Indo-Tibetan border. It is just 20 odd kilometers from Sangla. We'll go back to Sangla after visiting Chitkul and on the same day today we'll head towards Kalpa, which is 50 odd kilometers away from Sangla. Just stopped over to capture this beautiful looking place in the camera. See how amazing it looks, and with this weather it's superb. ग्राम पंचायत चितकुल आपका स्वागत करती है. Was written over there. And I am roaming around searching for everyone who were ahead of me. Okay, there they are. Let's just pan the camera around to have a look at the view. It's raining a bit, and come, there's a signboard over here where it is written that it's Chitkul, India's last village. Now we have parked ourselves to a place near the border, but we are not allowed to go further, so we'll be heading back from here. Riding ahead is Vishwas Bhai on another Himalayan, and we are heading back to Sangla. The plan is to have lunch in Sangla and then head to Kalpa on the same day today, covering 50 more kilometers. We have started for Kalpa. The weather looks pretty great on this side. Since couple of days we observed rain, but on this side en route Kalpa it seems pretty clear. The roads also seems very nice, and thus we expect to cover this rest of 50 kilometers journey in next 2 to 3 hours with stop, of course. Now it's shoot time and we are having some fun. Jayashree Bhavi is a photographer, and she's taking the pictures from the XUV, and we are just posing out for her and trying to be in sync. So this is the balcony view from the Hotel Grand Shambhala in Kalpa. Ahead we can see Mount Kinnar Kailash, but we'll have a better view tomorrow morning. A very good morning with this magical view of Mount Kinnar Kailash, which is said to be the abode of Lord Shiva. Feel so blessed to be here. It's such a beautiful route, and as we go more and more towards the valley, the scenes are becoming more and more fantastic, and the expectation is growing day by day. We have set off for Nako, which is a village surrounded by Himalayas, about 100 odd kilometers from Kalpa, and we expect this journey to be covered in around 3 to 4 hours. So we are entering the village of Nako, which looks pretty amazing, surrounded by Himalayas. There can be seen patterns of terrace farming, and there's a very small lake in between the village as well. So we have arrived, and now I have to do this terrifying looking hill climb to park the bike. Let's see if it works out or not.
किधर ऐसे 300 आना मेरे गाड़ी के लेफ्ट यहाँ से जाए ट्रैफिक छोड़ो मत एक्सीलेटर दे दो छोड़ो मत निकलो मत
Gosh, this was tough. It was very, very rocky. Just came back walking to have a look of the village around, and it seems pretty amazing. And now I've just tracked a bit onto a hill to have the full view of the village from the top. It really looks wonderful from here, isn't it? It is day 5 of this great Himalayan journey, and I'm so happy to have decided to take this journey along with my rider friends. Especially, I am thankful to Girish Bhai, who has done this Spiti journey couple of times and thus provided a very good guidance, and the plan is made to perfect. So we are heading to Kaza today, which is 115 odd kilometers from Nako. The road is supposed to be completely off-road, and we will probably take around 5 to 6 hours at least to cover this journey. I'm going to pass through this Tabo bridge. Sun is shining bright. Amazing feeling. So some story has happened. Actually, the rest of the group stopped at a place. I could not notice them that they have stopped, and I passed and carried on moving. They tried to reach out to me on cell phone but couldn't at that time. Later, when that they called me, I was like 10 odd kilometers ahead of them and decided to continue my journey towards Kaza. I will find a place for lunch and call them, and let's see if they could join back me. Had a stop to witness this marvelous place. Look at the valley, look at the Spiti river. It's fascinating, it's so gigantic. So I'm done with my lunch at this riverside dhaba. I called back my colleagues and have discovered they are still 20 odd kilometers behind from me, and the distance to be covered from here to Kaza is 36 kilometers. I have decided to go ahead and reach the hotel and wait for them there, as they would take a long time with the kids and family. They will be stopping more, and it would take some time for them to reach. So I will meet them at the hotel. I have arrived at Kaza. It's around 6 p.m. and the sunset has created some beautiful hues in the sky. We are going to stay in Kaza for 2 days, and I'll be reporting the activities from here. So, as we witness this star trail in Kaza, I would stop this vlog here and cover the rest in the part 2. In the next part, we would see the visit to the world's highest post office, Asia's highest bridge, and some actual riding action in the difficult terrain. Goodbye.